Alright, To Be Serious has made a video, and yeah, it's got these little snarkyisms in it again, these little implications, so we're going to argue with some of this crap. So in the end of her video, she sort of implies that people of the antinatalist camp aren't thinking for themselves because, yeah, they're somehow listening to videos and reading books and doing all that kind of stuff. But anyway, it's just such a bogus argument coming from somebody who incessantly is citing other people's compulations of thought. I mean, it is kind of funny for somebody who constantly, like in every fourth sentence, references to talk about thinking for yourself. Amazing. And then she points that finger at someone, like myself, for example, who never, ever, hardly, cites any other references, and always talks about how he has conceived his notions and ideas about the universe. And in those conceptions, rarely will you hear him cite some author, because all the books he's given a damn about are, you know, purely reference books. You know, textbooks, you know, where the author's name isn't the biggest thing on the cover. But anyway, it's just one of those little snarkyisms she throws in there that's just so bullshitty. You know, you have to come to your own conclusions. No, all you have to do is understand your conclusions. That's ideal, is to understand the conclusion. Don't accept the conclusion merely because somebody says it. Understand how they reached the conclusion. And if you have an accusation to make that somebody hasn't done that, then make it directly, please. Anyway. Alright, and so on the subject of suffering being the more important element to be considered, she says, I just don't buy it. Well, that's fine, but you have to make a counter argument, and you don't do that. All you say is, again, we're back to the neato factor or something. I think life is neato. You're not countering the argument that the perception of value that you are imposing, you're deriving of pleasure, is created because your brain creates the illusion of a negative state, which creates a wanting, desiring, needing mechanism that creates attractiveness. So you have a sense of attractiveness towards things. But the attractiveness is made in your own brain. The thing itself has no attractiveness. Wherein something like a suffering sentience, it is what it is. It isn't dependent on your opinion of it to derive its meaning or value. It derives it purely by engaging in the process of suffering. So, that, you know, undo that, please. But anyway, so the whole worth issue came up. And she has apparently some perception that there's somewhere for us to go with this thing. And so that sort of connects to Conference Report's latest video that I saw, where he's talking about a sci-fi scenario. And thanks, Fred, that was good. It's generous of you to give away your story ideas. You know, yeah, how do we even imagine the future? Because it is this dilemma. You can't give people unlimited individual power because, yeah, they'll just blow everything up. Somebody like me will press the button if you put it in front of them. So we can't have buttons. Yeah, but what are we going to be doing in this future? People keep talking like if we double our intelligence, that somehow that'll give us a bigger boner. I mean, what? It's just so illogical. We know how we derive pleasure, and the way we derive the thing we're valuing, the thing we're addicted to. These are crude addictions. They're not fancy, complex addictions. They're crude. We're competitive. We're ego-driven. We have a sense body that is a sensual organ in a lot of ways, and we enjoy sensual, what's the right word for that? I don't want to say something derogatory like debauchery or something, but yeah, I mean, we like to wallow in that sensual pleasure, that weird sensation of need and a little bit of achy want, and then that little release. We like bursting pimples, kind of a thing, you know. Our body is a pimple, and we break it, and we you know, we get free of it. And so yeah, that's what we are. You wind it up, you create tension, and then you release the tension. And we're kind of addicted to playing that game. And that's all there is. You're not going to find something in the future. You're not going to play a different game. It's going to be the same game. Wind it up. Watch it go. Okay, it stops. Then you wind it up again. I mean, that's all we are. We're some little stupid plastic toy. You know, wind it up. Let it go flopping about. You know, and wind it up again. It's just stupid. So anyway, you know, there's nowhere to go. So, back to conference board. People coming, damn it. I don't want to be swearing when they get here. Designed to offer, designed before looking. What the hell does that mean? Desired? No. I don't know. I have to think about that. Cherish. Well, anyway, yeah, she said cherish, which is like revere, which is like, you know, somehow, just because it is, we should, you know, cut it a break. How you doing? Yeah, you know, look, yes, okay, all this is something. All the suffering that's gone on for 4 billion years is something. And, but, you know, this idea that we're honoring the war dead by, you know, giving our all in World War IV, and World War V, and World War VI, that would be kind of idiotic, wouldn't it? And this idea that somehow you're honoring the suffering of billions of years by glorifying the wind-up toy called human, flopping about, saying, you know, penis, vagina, penis, vagina, penis, vagina. Yeah, no, I don't think so. You know, I don't think you're honoring that suffering by glorifying mush, and we are mush. So that's kind of bullshit. And that's where she was arguing that somehow it's not pantheism, this tripe she's trying to sell. And yeah, well, of course it is. This guy is deciding, you know, making these assertions that, you know, all the people who attempted suicide but failed, somehow it all worked out for them. No, a lot of them share. Yeah, they survived, but they're not all happy. Get it real. They're alive. They're not happy. So that's just bullshit. Anyway, you know, but there's lots of stuff like that. You know, just folded into this whole idea. Again, that somehow we should be obedient to a DNA molecule. It's a piece of fucking chemistry that incidentally was able to form itself on planet Earth 4 billion years ago. It has no operating instructions, no prime directive, no anything that has any rational merit. It just reproduces. Jesus, people. Alright, so yeah, well, future possibilities I wrote down here. Mega Glow shoes. Yeah, maybe we'll have Mega Glow shoes. And Quantum Sprinkle for eye makeup. I guess it's sparkle. It looks like sprinkle. So yeah, we'll have Quantum Sparkles eye makeup. Quantum Sparkles. You can just see them selling it tomorrow. Yeah, so what are you going to do with your future? You're not going to do a damn thing. You're going to have the same idiotic humans, and if you don't have the same idiotic humans, you're going to have to do such a radical transformation of the human psyche that you might as well take the tiny baby step of just admitting the game is stupid. I mean, if you can get a human being all the way to the point where they lose all this ego crap, they lose all this frivolous competing crap, they lose all this warring crap, they lose all this material crap, then it's just a tiny, minuscule little step forward to just say, oh, fuck the whole thing. Yeah, that's all it is. So your argument is fail. If you're going to have this utopian human consciousness, like I said, it's just a tiny friggin' step further in the forward direction to complete your walk up the rational staircase and just say, let go of it. It was initiated by idiocy. It has no functional component: consumption, reproduction, addiction, and cannibalism. So yeah, let it go. Let it go. Let it go. So what else is there? Matrix, addiction. Well, addiction is the key word here. Deal with that word and quit pretending there's something else going on here. But yeah, the only future that has any hope is virtual reality, and you're just as resident in your opposition to that as you are the annihilation thing. So, you know, you won't accept the rational possibilities. You're going to keep clinging to the irrational and just keep demonstrating that the wind-up plastic toy called human is an absolute piece of crap. It can't do anything but do blah, 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 blah. That's all you fucking are. Okay, you're just totally moronic, babbling, nonsensical, irrational, illogical, spit in the face of truth, plastic pieces of crap. Yeah. So anyway, enough of a video. So anyway, yeah, Fred's scenario, yeah, there was a huge flaws in that, of course. The idea that the universe has a, a consciousness that is being disrupted by the human not. Yeah, well, I mean, the human not part makes sense. But the fact that the universe is doing something, yeah, forget that. So, yeah, let's just stick with the not part. And yeah, let's tone the thing dead. So anyway, yeah, enough of a video and such. Going into the light. Yay! I can see the light. Oh yeah, good. I hear the tone.